always trying to maximize what they can get out of what they're given. They're trying to squeeze every last ounce of what's possible to squeeze out of the fruit that they're given by the YouTube gods. That fruit happens to be real people, though. That's the thing about YouTube. It's like the thing you're exploiting and taking advantage of. Those are people. A lot of people on YouTube try to go mainstream. Some people have done it successfully, and they no longer have to squeeze that fruit really hard because they've made it. Bo Burnham, for example.
Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died.
Fucking Fred.
Hey, it's Fred, and it's really nice out, so I think I'm gonna go swimming later.
He got to hang out with John Cena. That shit was cringe as... But hey, I'm not gonna pretend like it didn't happen, okay?
You gotta look at yourself and say, my time is now. Show what kind of man you really are. Use those talents. What are your talents?
I'm a good singer.
No!
Lily Singh. That shit was terrible. But still, it deserves to be talked about sometimes in a positive light.
I remember the day I told them, I think I'm gonna become a vegetarian. And one of my friends was like, oh, so you're gonna take care of horses?
Obviously, most people aren't able to make this transition smoothly because the audiences don't carry over. YouTube is a very simple thing. It's a very simple thing. It's a very direct connection you have with the creature that you're speaking to, the creature being you guys. I am the YouTuber. And a lot of times you try to take shit to the next level, there's a lot lost in translation. And my friends, Ryan Bergara, they're not my friends. I don't know why I said that. My parasocial friends that I've known for fucking 6 years, Ryan Bergara and Shane Madej, they tried to take their content to the next level, and it's bad. It's bad. The channel's called Watcher. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it.
Ghosts in the courtyard, snapping specters, the shortest short shorts of all time. Grab a snack and help us unpack all that and more. It's time for Ghost Files Debrief.
It's an excellent channel, and it seems like they're still going to be posting there, but for a while there was a little squirrely.
It's just tough because I've always really loved and cared about the YouTube community, so it's hard to leave.
Disclaimer, I get a little bit upset in this video. Not that I'm like, just going super balls to the wall and stuff, but I love this channel and I love these guys, and I feel like this is something that made me upset, and I should make an honest video about it. As cringe as that may be, I am heavily invested in the YouTube culture, and I love the Watcher channel, and that's what we're talking about today. And I'm irritated and upset, and I feel backstabbed, but I also feel relieved, all right? Because at the end of the video, you'll see. What is Watcher? What is BuzzFeed Unsolved? What the f is wrong with me? Who are Ryan and Shane? Well, guys, BuzzFeed is the root of all of it. BuzzFeed suffered a mass exodus of its top creators a couple years ago. People worked for BuzzFeed, made a bunch of money and a bunch of good content, and then they all just left because BuzzFeed fucking sucks and they did their own thing. The Try Guys is the stuff.
Today I'll tell you how the Try Guys became independent from my perspective.
From my perspective.
From my perspective. And the not stupid perspective. No, I'm kidding.
Watcher?
The three of us met at a media company called BuzzFeed, where we worked and hosted/created shows for almost 5 years. But eventually, it was time to move on, so we left. And joining forces to make shows seemed like the natural and horrifying decision. And thus, a little company called Watcher was born.
Chris Reinacker, apparently.
I left BuzzFeed after being there for 2.5 years. I made over 240 minutes of content there, over 2 feature films lengthwise. If you put all my taste tests back to back, it's actually the length of Game of Thrones.
And Safia Nygaard as well.
Today I'm going to be talking about why I left BuzzFeed. This is a very requested video topic. A lot of you guys have been asking me about this, and I want to be as open and honest as possible with you guys.
If you just Google why I left BuzzFeed, you'll see a lot of videos about people leaving BuzzFeed. It's essentially a subgenre of content. It's kind of interesting. It was a bit of a phenomena for a while. The channel we're talking about today was created by BuzzFeed alumni. It was founded by 3 members of BuzzFeed and a combination of their 2 most popular shows.
When you're talking about things that you want to do in an office, which is your own living room, it doesn't seem that feasible or real. And that was tough because it required
an insane, almost delusional bit of self-belief.
Ryan Bergara is the creator and host of the BuzzFeed Unsolved franchise, which has amassed over 988 million views and 187 million hours. Over 2,000 decades watched. Ryan now creates Watcher with shows like Are You Scared? Which I love, by the way. I think it's one of the most creative things on YouTube.
I'm Ryan Bergara, and this is Are You Scared? A show where I tell my friend Shane Madden
Trying to match the eye with the nose.
Scariest stories.
Top 5 Beatdown, didn't like those. Spooky Small Talk, didn't like those either. He also loves acting, basketball, Disneyland, and a nice bucket of warm popcorn. Oh, yeah! Hey now, shut the f*** up. Shut up. There's no highwayman. It's okay. It's okay, baby. I do stay packing though, don't worry. Shane Madden is a co-founder of Watcher Entertainment and creator of Puppet History and Weird or Wonderful World. I don't like Puppet History. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it either. He previously worked in public access in Illinois. Cringe! The Prairie State, as is colloquially known, is the nation's soybean leader with an estimated 600. Very cool. I think Shane is incredibly funny, and he looks like the guy from the movie The Witch. I forget what that guy's called, but it looks just like him. Black Phillip on in your ass.
Get back! Stop that!
That's a direct quote from Shane Madden when he played in the 2015 horror movie The Witch. There's also this guy, I'm not even gonna watch this, formerly chemical engineer Procter & Gamble. He's bragging about being the executive producer at BuzzFeed and working at f***ing Procter & Gamble. Dude, what? Who is this? He also brags about his streaming awards. What? Who cares? But yeah, anyways, Steven, obviously the odd man out here, and probably the only one of these three freaks that you've never seen before. Ryan is the gullible fellow, more inclined to believe supernatural elements and sort of scary things that go bump at night. He's the one who's like,
Not really sure what's happening. So we all of a sudden hear, hey, you guys got beer here?
And then Shane's like I'm the stoic logic guy, firing off witty quips for an occasional chortle of the audience.
You ever watched a home video and been like, what the f was my dad doing? How many margaritas deep was this guy when we were trying to get footage of us in the pool?
Yeah. Shane is a skeptic, okay?
Lost colony of Roanoke disappeared due to a zombie plague.
It's this really unique blend of different perspectives. It's interesting, unsolved cases. The whole thing was fucking awesome. I really do love BuzzFeed Unsolved. And Shane, mainly the reason I liked it, I like Shane a lot.
Today on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we cover multiple cases and visit some of the most haunted, horrifying places in the world in an effort to answer some questions that I've always been curious about. Are ghosts and demons real? And if they are real, can they manipulate, harm, and perhaps even kill the living?
Steven, the third guy, comes from a different BuzzFeed show, one of the two that I mentioned when they all came together. It's called Worth It.
So we are going to go to 3 drastically different buffets at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is most worth it at its price.
He was co-host with a guy named Andrew, where they compared price points of food and other things, and they determined whether or not it was, yeah, you guessed it, worth it.
Duff in his tuxedo and his eye patch with his stories of Rodney Dangerfield, like that's worth the price alone. My worth it winner, Sterling Brunch.
These motherfuckers left BuzzFeed and created the Watcher channel, and within 4 years, they have amassed 3 million subscribers. I've been watching since the absolute very, very, very beginning. I love Watcher. I cannot even, I mean, I really do love it. It's great. The content is immaculate. It's perfect. And by God, I was incredibly sad a few days ago.
I'm so proud of what we built here at Watcher. My proudest moments have been being able to hire incredible people. So growing our staff from 3 to 6 to 10 to 20. 25.
I watch their videos every single night. I rewatch, but I've seen BuzzFeed Unsolved. I mean, I don't even know. There's something wrong with me. Like, I'm not even joking. There's something wrong with me. By leaving BuzzFeed and creating their own channel, they were able to take control of their content. Obviously, BuzzFeed, restrictive. You don't want to approach YouTube like television. There's a reason people make YouTube videos. There's a reason these people are called influencers. It's a different thing. It's a different animal. No one wants to be beholden